Hey, you read the title. Computer is over there, so let's get into it. So, first off, safety first. I have this thing called a anti-static wrist strap. I don't know how really to put this on. Hold up. Alright, so the point of this, I'm gonna be wearing it as I take apart the computer. A lot of the time, like, little computer parts can build up a lot of static electricity. This will kind of assure that I won't get shocked. Now next up we have safety goggles. I should also say before I get into this that the computer I'm working with is completely turned off. I haven't even unwrapped the power cable, so on that front we're good. Before you start with this, you should always make sure that it is turned off. Step one, I don't really need to be wearing this wrist thing for step one, I don't think, but whatever, I'm going to anyway. Step one, we gotta find the screws for the side of the computer case so we can take it off. Now, I don't think this case actually has any. I'm pretty sure it's just like a pressure. Yeah. Whoa, there's so much stuff on the inside. Oh my god. Now I gotta figure out what I'm looking at. Alright, we're here. Now, before I put the computer on the desk, I need to put one of these on the surface. Oh, this is where the... Okay, I'm just gonna say I went all around the city looking for one because I didn't think it would just be in this bag. Now I have two. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, anyways, is there any issue with me just putting all of them here? Extra anti-static? That should be good. Now with the anti-static wrist strap that I spent a lot of time searching around to find, I'm gonna connect it to a non-painted metal part of the computer. I'm already wearing safety glasses, so you know. Okay, so now we use the compressed air. Oh, it's taped on. Alright. Stick that in there. Blow the dust out of components inside of here, so guess I'm just gonna do that. Okay, I think we're good. Next, I'm supposed to carefully disconnect the cables from the back of the hard drive. So it would appear that my hard drive right here is behind this. Hard drive, we can see now. But first, gotta unplug these cables. This one cable has been annoying me very much. I cannot unplug the cable that powers the hard drive. The SATA cable came out just fine, but the other cable is not. So as you can see, I'm holding these like pliers in my hands. I'm hoping that that'll work. These are fat, but not as big as my fingers, so we'll see. Oh, I did it! Alright, unscrewing the hard drive. Okay, so after spending way too much time focusing on the screws there, I realized that I don't think you actually need to unscrew anything on this, and the two screws I took out earlier were probably very unnecessary. Here, if you see this green thing right there, it is actually a lever. What I can do is I can press it, push this forward, and then pull it up and out. So, there's the hard drive out of the computer. Actually, I should probably mention that there isn't a jumper setting chart that I could find on this hard drive. Next, we gotta locate the optical drive. Carefully disconnect the power and data cables from the optical drive. Okay, right here is the optical drive. So we're gonna have to remove these cables right away. This would be a SATA cable, and this would have been like a power. I don't think there's a jumper drive on this optical drive. On this drive, there doesn't appear to be any jumper settings or any jumper on the optical drive. So now we're supposed to locate and remove all the screws, but knowing the way this has gone up till now, I'm assuming we won't actually need the screws, and there'll be some sort of way to get this out without using any screws. So let's look for that first. Alright, there we go. That is the optical drive. Okay, now the next step would be involving of the power supply, which I'm pretty sure at the beginning, without realizing it, I sort of already undid because the hard drive was right underneath. First, we're supposed to find its connection to the motherboard. So we're supposed to gently remove power connection to the motherboard. The power supply here does have multiple connections to the motherboard. What we're going to do is we are going to unplug all of them because we will be completely taking out the power supply, so it only makes sense that way. We gotta do it very carefully. There's another cord that goes right here. Whoa. Okay, something is, whoa. Make this easier. We are taking this out as well, just because it was getting in the way. So now we have all the cables unplugged. Okay, so I removed all of the connections from the power supply to everything else. It had multiple different spots where it was connected to the motherboard. Hi there, my phone just died while I was recording, but I think the footage I have will basically sum it up. There were 3 power cables to the motherboard from my power supply labeled P1, P2, and P3. P1 and P2 had 6 pins and P3 had 4. Now, one fascinating thing with this computer that I've found up to this point is you can take everything out without actually undoing any screws. For example, right here with the power supply, it just kind of folds over and then slides out. At first, actually, when I started this, I made the mistake of trying to unscrew it, which I am already shaking my head at now. So I could not find any adapter cards, at least not any that I can remove. We're gonna move straight on to memory modules. I believe that is these. Now we need to be careful. So the way these work is there's these little levers, and I just gotta kind of unhook them, like as you can see there. When I push it down, it pops up. Now I'm gonna do that on the other side. So we have removed these 2 memory modules. These are, they look like RAM sticks. So now we are to remove all of the data cables. So basically, yeah, all of the data cables that are still plugged in to the motherboard. I went to sleep and now I'm woken up. So yeah, I've completely finished disassembling the computer. I got stuck yesterday, like right at the end, with these mysterious cords coming from the fan. I was able to identify one. That is a 4-pin fan connector. That cable right there powers the fan. There's like a ton of other ones that look very similar to it, and a very small one that I can't seem to figure out. So yeah, I learned a lot. One of the main things I learned was if it's way too hard to get at the screws, look at the mysterious green levers, because the computer might have some sort of mechanism where you like push it down a certain way and then slide it out. In fact, with this computer, you didn't actually have to unscrew anything. Now I'm going to put everything back. Thank you for watching. Bye.